Welcome to Saving Us, where we discuss relationships in marriage, family, and beyond. Relationships are hard work and should be a priority. These discussions are here to help you navigate the waters of insecurity and frustration and hopefully guide you to a place of peaceful fulfillment in your own relationships. Welcome to this episode 3 of Saving Us. Remember, if you like this podcast, to subscribe, like us, and share it with a friend. And go ahead and rate us if you can on your different listening platforms. Go ahead and rate our podcast. On today's episode, we have a guest star. Woo! Yay! This is Nia Carter. This is my firstborn, but our thirdborn of our basketball team of children. our starting five.
She would be the center.
She would be the center.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, she is the tallest as well. So Nia, how you doing?
Hi, I'm great.
Welcome.
Thanks for
great.
having me.
Welcome. We asked Nia to come on because on today's episode, we're going to talk about making decisions. And she is in a place in life where she has lots of decisions to make about the beginning of her adulting,
Yes.
true adulting life.
You're making it sound so dramatic.
Dun, dun, dun. But before we do all that, we're going to start off with our first topic, which is positive words.
First segment.
First segment is
words.
positive words. So I won't go first because I'm talking right now. So, Mr. Michael, what is your word for the day?
My positive word is resilient.
Resilient.
So most people know what that word means, but it means to be able to withstand or recover from difficult situations quickly. So to be resilient. And we are having to be more and more resilient as people in
Every
this
day.
country. We'll leave it at that. But, yes. Praise God.
Yep.
Praise the Lord. Bless everybody's heart. Okay. All right, Nia. What's your word? Positive word.
I picked resourceful, which is the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. Because I like to be resourceful. I try to be resourceful, and I think everyone should try to be more resourceful in their life.
Because Nia is quick and she's clever.
She is very
I don't know
resourceful.
if I would say I'm quick, but
Resourceful.
try to be.
She is resourceful.
Yeah, sure. My word is urbane,
So she had to have the fancy word.
which means courteous and refined in manner. Urbane. You know, it's a fancy word.
Yes.
I wonder, when I heard that word, I said, I wonder if urban was shortened from urbane. Like the original meaning of urban was to be refined in manner.
Oh,
because,
yeah,
you know,
that's right.
city dwellers are supposed to be more worldly and refined than country folks.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but that's something I wondered about.
So urban, in some cases, has been looked at as a negative word.
Yes.
In some, not all the time, but
It's code word,
yeah.
and we all know what it's code for.
Right. But it's from urbane,
Yeah.
which is a very positive word.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So those are our positive words. So try to be urbane, resilient, and
Yeah.
resourcul.
There
Wow.
you go.
There you
Very
go.
practical words this week.
Yep.
Yes, it is. All right.
All right. So let's get into our topic.
Okay, I'm gonna do that first.
Yep.
Good.
Decisions.
Yes.
Are you afraid to make decisions? And why? If you are afraid, why?
Yeah.
Anybody want to answer?
Well, for me,
Okay.
since you looked at me, I'm gonna go first. I think I have always been a person who is never afraid to make decisions. A lot of times to my own detriment, because if you're not afraid to make decisions, sometimes you can be spontaneous, and too spontaneous sometimes can be bad. So I'll just say let's do it. Unless we're going out to eat after church, then it's difficult to make a decision. But other than going out to eat, I'll just say let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do that. Just go.
Just make a decision
Just
and
make a
just
decision
go.
and go.
See what
'Cause
happens.
I'm tired of sitting around. That's the way. That's my personality.
I would agree with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you do. In most things. In most things.
Yeah, not
you do.
everything,
Not
but-
everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But in most things, you're pretty quick to make a decision. He's always waiting for me, like, come on, what you doing? Come on, we ready to go? Come
Do
on.
something. Let's go.
Let's do it. Yeah. How about you, Nia?
I would say yes, I am afraid to make decisions. Usually when it has more to do with, like, my personal life, I'm more afraid to make decisions. But when it's something else, like if I'm doing an event or I'm in a group that is making a decision to do something, I'm more like Dad, where I'm like, let's just do this already, and then let's just figure it out. We'll just make it better along the way. It doesn't matter if it's, like, good the first time. But if it's, like, my personal life, I'm like, it has to be perfect. So then I don't make any decisions because I'm too afraid to make them and be wrong, so...
Yeah. Right. So if it's personal, you feel like it will, I don't know, do a lot of harm or something if you make the wrong decision.
It's just more close to home. It's more like, I don't know, I have it in my mind that you can't, like, get it better along the way. I'm like, you need to be as best as possible on the first time. Yeah. Whereas, like, other things, I'm like, well, you just do it and see if it works out or not, because we don't know unless you do it.
That's good. Well, I think that's true. I think that's a healthy way to look at making decisions. You won't know unless you do it.
Yep. And then learn from it.
Yeah. For me, am I scared to make decisions? Well, I'd say I'm not afraid to make decisions, but I don't make decisions quickly. I take a long time to make decisions. But am I afraid to make decisions? In some instances, yes. It depends on how much the decisions will affect other people and how much I care. So those are really the determining factors: how much it will affect other people and how much I care. Because if it's just me, then I make decisions pretty easily. Pretty easily, and don't really worry about it too much. But if I feel like, oh God, if this affects somebody else in a detrimental way, or causes them discomfort, and it's like. It's hard to make those kinds of decisions.
Now I can say for you, I think you have shifted, changed over the years, because I think it used to be, even when it came to decisions for yourself, you were hesitant, years ago. But I think as time has gone, you've evolved. You've evolved. You are definitely confident. You're like, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I would agree. I had to gain a lot of confidence.
But I mean, that's, being young, in your early 20s, and you want to make sure you're doing the right thing, like you are now.
Right. True. Yeah.
So,
very true.
I see that. Yeah.
And then, too, after you make some decisions and you don't particularly like the outcome, for me, it was like, oh God, so the last decision wasn't good, so maybe I shouldn't, maybe I'm not too good at this,
I shouldn't be doing this if I'm not going to be good at it or something.
Right. But that's a part of life. We have to remember that all of your decisions are not going to turn out like you want them, all of them are not going to be good decisions. It's just human nature. So you just have to learn how to be resilient and resourceful. So it's part of life.
Very nice tie-in.
Yeah, that is. It worked out, didn't it?
Very naturally.
Okay, how have you recovered from making bad decisions in the past?
Well, I think, first of all, I think you can recover from making bad decisions. A lot of people are hesitant to make decisions because they feel like if it's a bad decision, I won't be able to recover.
Right.
But I have learned in my years on this earth that my first positive word of the second week, last week, was figure outable.
Right.
And that's where I know I made up that word, but that's where I got that from, is that everything is figure outable. I mean, now if you keep making the same bad decision over and over, then you got a problem. You need to see a therapist or something, or whatever. But I think just, you make a bad decision. People make bad decisions all the time. From the king all the way to whoever, to a 2-year-old. Yeah. People make bad decisions. So every bad decision is, well, not every. Most bad decisions, I think, you can recover from. Right. And I have found that out because I've made plenty of bad decisions. And I'm still here and things are still okay.
So, most of them. But listen, people, be thoughtful in your decision making.
True. That is true. That is true.
Because even though you can recover from them, if they affect other people, earning people's trust takes a long time, depending on how much your decision has affected them. So just be thoughtful, especially when the impact of your decisions affect other people. I also believe that you can recover from
bad decision making though, or what you don't think is the decision you wanted to make, or the outcome you didn't have the outcome you wanted to have. But everything you get through it, you keep living, you keep learning, you keep growing, and you learn when you know more, when you know better, you do better, right?
You should.
You should. You know better, you should do better.
Have you made any? You're only been on this earth 21 years.
Almost 22, yeah.
Oh, almost 22 years.
Yeah. That's a character trait of being young, when you can still say, yeah, but almost whatever the next age is. You're still young.
Yeah. When you're young, you level up.
Yep.
When you get older, you thinking,
I'm still in my 40s.
Yep.
I'll be 49 in 9 months.
That's right, exactly. I'll be 49 for 9 more months. I'll be 49 for 6 more days. I'm still 49.
Right.
You're right. That's true.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've made a lot of bad decisions. I kind of just made decisions, and then I was like, I don't know if they're good or bad. I just made them, and I just kept moving forward.
That's good.
But now I have to be careful about it, because now some of the decisions could be bad or could be good that have more consequences.
Yeah.
Because I'm in school, so it's a very contained environment.
Right.
Because I went to college, but now I'm not going to be in college anymore. So
This is her senior year.
Woo-hoo.
How much time you have left?
3 months.
3 more months
3
till graduation.
Then I'll be done
3/4 of the way done.
So you gotta make
for the year. Yeah.
You're gonna have to make some
So
decisions.
some decisions may not be great ones, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see, right?
Yeah, we shall see.
All right. So what do you think about making decisions out there in podcast land? What decisions have you made that you thought were great, that turned out to be great decisions, and you were maybe very reticent or hesitant to make those kinds of decisions? And what decisions did you make with presumption or hastily that didn't turn out so well? If you can tell us about it, tell us about them in the comments, and we'll get back to you, give you our response. Give us some tips on how to make good decisions. I think one week we did talk about knowing what you want, knowing why you want that, and then strategizing how you will reach
How you gonna get there?
a goal. So those are steps to make decisions, but that really doesn't determine if it's a good decision or not. It's just how to make a decision.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you think there are clues or something that will?
I think often you will not know if it's a good or bad decision until after you've made it.
Yeah.
So I think you have to, and you can't wait for that, obviously.
Yeah.
Because you
Haven't done it yet.
made it.
Right.
So I think you just have to make it, and I think the success of your decision should come before the result. In a
how's
lot
that?
of cases, because I think if you wait for the result of your decision, you're just at the mercy of. I mean, a lot of decisions you make also depend on other people doing stuff. I mean, you make a decision to go for a job. Well, you know, they have to hire you. Number one, number two, you thought it was a good job, but when you get there, maybe it's not. But there's no way you could have ever seen that.
Right.
You didn't know the boss was this way or whatever. So there's a lot of things that you do, and so I think if your process is good, you feel comfortable with it. I did the best I could in my process in making this decision, and then however it turns out, well,
It just turns out that way.
I just have to be comfortable with that, and now adjust. What's that? Somebody said the word pivot, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Pivot, adjust, and keep moving. But you just have to be comfortable. You can't look back and say, "Well, I'm afraid to make decisions now." Just make your like you were saying, make your process tight as you can, and feel comfortable in that. Then I think after that, it is what it is.
That takes learning, though.
Yeah.
It does.
That's why I'm scared to make decisions, because now I have to make decisions that are could have really negative consequences or more heavy ones. So then I'll be like, well, I should have done this, I should have done that. Looking back, and then I'll be like, well, now I shouldn't make decisions anymore, or do stuff like this because I should have done this and that in order for it to be a good decision, but it wasn't. If that makes sense.
Right. Yes.
It'll lessen your confidence
Yeah.
in yourself.
Right. But I think you said something key. You said I would look back and say I should have done this or that to make a good decision. And so if you can look at it like that versus shouldn't make decisions anymore. I mean, like you said, that takes learning. But what you can learn from a bad decision is how you made the decision. What went in your process of making the decision. That's what you can adjust. you can't always adjust the decisions, you make necessarily, because these are your choices in life.
Right.
If that makes any sense. But
yeah, it's more about like having the process be
Right.
what you want it to be, rather than like changing the decisions you make.
yes, yeah, I think so. And you're about to make some. Graduation's coming.
Yeah, I know.
Next steps.
Stressful.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your next steps after graduation? What you're
Like
thinking?
your process, you don't have to give.
I mean, I don't have next steps. I have some ideas of what I want to do, and like I'm waiting, like I'm applying to jobs and stuff. I'm waiting to hear back from certain people, but I don't know. My original plan was to go to grad school, and now I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm taking some time off from school. I don't know if I want to go back yet, because I might just change my entire career and just not do what I went to school for. But my hope and goal is to get an internship for the summer, and then get a really awesome job out of the country after that.
Out of the country.
In Dubai.
Okay.
So
Well, all right.
hopefully that works out.
Hopefully it'll work out.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
And then after that, I don't know, because it's only for 9 months. It's not like a job, so I'll have to figure out what I actually want to do.
That's
That's time to figure it out.
Yep.
You
Everything
do. Is figure outable.
Yes.
Corn ball. Anyway,
The truth.
it is true.
Yeah.
Okay, so make decisions, people.
Yeah.
Be confident in your decision making. We're going to move on to our next segment, and it is called accountability. Woohoo! So we are the hosts, Michael and Dietra, are talking about accountability in our health habits and our finances. So I got on the scale this week.
Did you know?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm down about 5 pounds, which is good,
There
which
you
is
go.
great for
That's
me.
what you want.
Yeah, that I'm going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. We won't talk about what I've done since I got on the scale.
What?
So hopefully the next time I get on, I won't be back up. But I'm going in the right direction.
Is that right?
There you go.
Well, that's good.
Craving chips every day.
Are you doing things to get you in the right direction? I mean,
Yeah,
you're-
man.
Okay.
I haven't had any ice cream.
That's the accountability part of
I
it.
have had cookies though,
You
but
got
not like
cookies.
whole
You know what I'm
sleeves
saying.
of cookies.
Just a couple.
Just a couple
Here and there.
Yeah,
Oh, you mean like a whole sleeve of Girl Scout cookies?
correct.
Okay.
We love cookie season around here.
Yes, we do. Girl Scout cookie season is great.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to do more. I'm trying to do things that I can keep in the rotation
Yeah.
instead of just doing something for a month or however long and going back to old habits.
Right.
So
Well, it's good. That is good.
go
Good
ahead.
for me. All right. So yeah, I've been doing really well. I've been replacing bad habits with good habits. I
Good.
think. Well, in a lot of areas, but like you, I still have eaten a few Girl Scout cookies, but not whole sleeves like you. And I step on the scale every single day.
He does. I can't.
Yeah, well, that's part
stressful.
of what the thing I'm on. You got to do it every day.
Every day.
Some say don't do it every day because that's discouraging. Whatever. The one I'm on says do it every single day because it keeps you accountable.
Yeah.
And so I came, way down at first, and I went up and down like that. But it was going down, but just kind of up a little, down a lot, up a little like that. And now it came to a halt. It kind of leveled off a little bit, but that's part of it. What I'm told, it does level off, but you got to keep going.
Yeah.
So, that's it. I'm trying to look like her. She's the one.
No.
She lost a lot of weight
Unintentionally.
unintentionally.
Yes, I
but
was
from
not
stress.
trying to. Hey, I
Yeah.
started working out because of stress, which then I lost weight.
Well,
So
see, there
both.
you go. All you need.
Trying to be healthier and being stressed does help you lose weight at the same time. So hopefully I can get the stress levels down and stay healthy with
There
the
you go.
exercise.
Yep.
And then I'll be in the good spot, the sweet spot.
Well, that's
Right.
good. See, you allowed something bad like stress to drive you to do something good like exercise.
Exercise.
So that's what you want to do
True.
instead of
Creating healthy habits.
jumping off the curb.
Jumping off the curb.
I mean, yeah, I have a therapist for that.
Yeah.
She told me to work out, and that's what I did.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that.
Told me not to step off.
So do not step off the curb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
That's with health and finances.
Finances. Have we been on
Let's
target?
talk about.
Have we?
Well, we have not come back together since we last talked, so
That's true.
we got to
But-
do that this week.
But I will say, I did not overspend at all
Yeah,
at the grocery store this week.
that is true. You did not.
I did not
And
spend extra this time.
the only time we went out this week, we used a gift card. So it did not come out of our own personal stash of financial resources.
That's really good.
So our one of our goals is to take food with us to work on Sundays.
Right.
Take our lunch with us, basically, instead of eating out.
Yes.
So we did that successfully, but it's only been 1 week.
But hey,
So we have to keep that
we got a
going.
good start. We got a good start. So
Yep. So we're heading in the right direction, but this is going to keep us on the path.
yes, it will.
Going to keep us on the path. All right. How do we really feel, people?
Last segment.
How do you really? Now, in this segment, we can talk about anything we want to, but we have to say how we really feel. Doesn't have to
Gotta
be
be honest.
heavy. Doesn't have to be sad. It can be something really happy, joyful, whatever. Just honest. How do you really feel? Mine is how I really feel about Valentine's Day.
Uh-huh.
I like Valentine's Day. I think it's great. I have great memories of Valentine's Day. Getting cards, giving us other peers, students cards, and the candy and all of that. I feel sorry for kids who can't give candy in school. They got to give stupid pencils or pens because people have allergies and whatnot and can't bring candy to school. I think that's horrible and terrible. And I do think it's horrible and terrible. So yeah, I think Valentine's Day is great. Now, do I feel like I'm supposed to get flowers and candy and a stuffed animal on Valentine's Day? No, I think that's dumb. I think it's a waste of money. But the concept of Valentine's Day, I really like. I think it's great.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Reminds you of love.
Yeah, and love is great.
Love is great.
I feel like you're the only one who celebrates it. You always get everyone cards and
Yeah,
stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
And all the kids like
Yes,
forget because
everybody,
we
her
don't
mom,
celebrate.
all the kids.
Yeah, we don't celebrate
Because I like Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, that's good. All right.
Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, we're recording
Happy
on
Love
Valentine's Day.
Day.
Yeah. We just had that. So,
There you go.
all right.
I'm talking about how I really feel about dating.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Valentine's Day.
Yes, we need to know.
I think that whenever a person wants to date, I think you have to have certain things in place before you date. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And I like to be efficient. I don't like to waste time. So, for example, I am going on a mental health journey right now because I'm trying to learn how to have emotions because I don't like to do that. So, if I'm doing that, I shouldn't be dating because dating is about emotions, getting to know people, being vulnerable, sharing your life with people, seeing if you want to hang out. And, when you don't have emotions or you don't like to do that, you just end up being mean and, hurting people's feelings or, leading them on or wasting time. So whenever you think about Valentine's Day, you should learn how to better love yourself before you learn how to better love others. But you don't have to completely love yourself because that's a process. So you can love other people too. But there has to be a certain level, certain boundaries.
Of self-love. A certain
Yeah.
level of self-love.
Yeah.
And self-awareness, you think.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because then the rest
Before
you
you're
can go
dating.
together. But
Mm-hmm.
there has to be a certain amount you do by yourself first.
I think that's very wise for a 22-year-old. I don't think I was there at 21.
Really?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't know anything about self-awareness and self-love.
Well, some people like to
Before
date
dating.
for fun too.
Yeah.
But I just know that because I'm self-aware, I know I'm a serious person.
Mm-hmm.
I probably would not take it very well if we were just dating for fun. I don't want to put myself through that, so I need to
that's
learn how to have
interesting.
my own boundaries and stuff before I start dating. So then, if it is just for fun, I'm like, okay,
Do you know?
I know how to
What you're doing, yeah.
put
Right.
all boundaries on myself and protect
You
myself.
got yourself together.
Exactly.
Mm,
So
that's interesting.
That
Very
is.
nice.
That's very
Your
good.
mother taught you well. All right. All right. How you really feel? I'm gonna say how I really feel about divorce.
da da da.
Exactly. So divorce. First of all, divorce starts with a D. So you just gotta look at all the words that start with a D, like dummy, drastic, all these words like that. And so
My name's with D.
Well, that's true. So you can't get divorced.
What?
Exactly. That's what that means.
Doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. So really, how I feel about divorce is that I don't think divorce is unpardonable at all. But how I really feel is that I think people get divorced sometimes too soon. Now, I'm not talking about abuse, whether it's mental abuse or physical abuse or anything like that, or even cheating, but I'm just talking about, I think a lot of times in my experience in our families, as you look at our history, people disagree. It's another word starts with D. And, but because of that, they just get divorced. And I think you should exhaust every resource, whether that's counseling, whatever it is. And then if it just doesn't work, then it doesn't work. That's also a D. So if it gets to that, then that's fine. But I think you can't just rush to that. You can't have one argument or, a few arguments and not try, or not put any work into it and then just say, well, we're going to get divorced. So I think you got to try. Like on Valentine's Day.
All right.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Try again.
Try.
So if you were waiting for a word to see if you should get a divorce, I think this is your word to try again.
That's right. Yes, unless there's some physical abuse or something like that. But other than that, yes, try. Keep trying.
Keep trying, people. Keep trying. Let the love come through. Anyway, that's our take on Valentine's Day dating and divorce. And this has been Saving Us, episode 3. If you like what you heard, please remember to like us, subscribe, and share us with a friend. And don't forget to rate this podcast because we want sponsors. Woo woo!
Well, you're very honest.
That's true. This is Valentine's Day when we're recording, so happy Valentine's Day. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.